tonight. We had 2,700 students on the first day of school back, which is 700 more than the ticket allotment. So really excited about that. And I thought the crowd was fantastic, and I thought they made a huge difference, especially in the second half. I mean, the atmosphere is continuing to grow, the excitement is, and our fans made a difference. And they made a difference as we were starting to make the run, and they made a difference after we did make the run. And that's awesome. I know we've got some sellouts coming and things like that, but I said this at the beginning, I'm never going to take it for granted. No matter how long I'm here, no matter how many sellouts we have, no matter how many great crowds, you never take it for granted. And I'm very, very appreciative of that. And they made a difference for us because we got our second wind in the second half. A big number for us outside of our deflection numbers are how many times do we get 3 stops in a row in a game. And we try to get the guys to understand when you start getting 7 or more, when you get 3 stops in a row 7 or more times in a game, it's really hard to lose. And we had 7 tonight, and that's huge. So stringing together stops, defending what I think is an outstanding 3-point shooting team, and defending them overall very well. Being active, getting back into the rebounding game better, and then coming down and moving the ball better. You know, we moved the ball. They clogged the lane pretty well. Early, we did a decent job of moving the ball, moving without the ball. We did a much better job in the second half of that. Really excited for the way Ray played in the second half because he's been banged up a little bit, and he's working through it. And he was not nearly aggressive enough in the first half. Responded to a bit of a challenge and took off. And he made his first shot, which is always helpful. But he really played. He played with great maturity in that second half, as did Derek, as did Nick throughout the game. And then we got substantial minutes from different guys that were starters. I thought T-Shawn, I thought Turtle, Tyree did good things after he settled in. Etorian. So that's the way we have to win. We have to win. We can't be thinking about, we can't see ghosts when it's time to take a shot if we're open. I think if I had any real pinpoint thing that we're going to have to really do a better job of, we missed, not on purpose, but we missed too many times we were open inside on some cuts and on some post-ups. We want to be able to score quicker in there. We knew they wanted to double, and we had some double schemes, but we got to get it in even faster. But we think we beat a really good team tonight, and I'm really proud of the way they played and extremely happy to have a crowd like this.
Coach, I'm interested in hearing about this challenge of Ray.
It was quick. It wasn't bad. No, it was really, Ray, we need the rebounds. Do you want to come off the bench, or are we going to get them right now? Right? And I don't think he was used to hearing that. So it wasn't in my top 100 of challenges. I've had a few. It was mild. But again, it's like, okay, no, we need more. This isn't good enough. And then he comes out in the second half, he bangs that first shot, looks good doing it. So it's important. But he has another gear in him. It's our job to keep pulling it out of him.
And how important was it just to respond to what happened at Tennessee with what happened here tonight?
Oh, I thought we'd respond. You're never sure if you're going to win, but I thought we'd respond because that's not indicative of us. We got to learn how to play on the road. And they've, as I said to them before and as I said to them after, okay, the team that goes to Auburn, let's not even look at the result, okay, because we can't do anything about the result, all right, till that time comes. Are we going to be the team that started that game at Tennessee, or are we going to be the team that had all the excitement that was here tonight? Because it can't just be about the home crowd. It can't just be about I'm comfortable. It can't just be about anything. It's got to be about togetherness. And that's what we've got to continue to learn. You know, don't try to do it yourself. Don't make the pass one dribble too late. Make it one dribble early. You know, play with great energy. And it's amazing how that ball finds energy, how it finds movement when people are passing it quickly like we did in the second half.
Between the Tennessee game and the first half, obviously there was 3-point struggles, and in the second half it obviously improved a lot once Rashawn got going. How crucial was that, not only to the run and just the offense in general?
I've been saying this a lot today in different segments. We rarely take bad shots. We take some, okay? All teams take some. I'm not saying we don't take some. A lot of times we take good shots badly, which means we don't have our feet right. We don't have our follow-through right. Where our landing, that happens to Tyree some, our landing's not good. Right? Like, be ready, be balanced, go up, knock it down. But the ball's got to move for that to happen. We're not a great team coming off screens for threes right now. So it's more in a drive and kick type of situation. But keep moving, all right? We played much better tonight out of the corners, starting in the corner, getting up out of there. You know, not necessarily to shoot in the corner, but starting our offensive flow from having somebody in each corner. So just little things like that create the movement. But I didn't doubt that there was no there was no woe is me, you know, how did this happen to us? We didn't get as many good looks the other day. And we forced a few, and we took some that we'd like to have back because our footwork wasn't as good. So if you're going to play the way we want to play here, we're going to have some real freedom shooting the ball. And they're going to get it, as long as they're working hard at it, as long as they're taking the right kind of shots.
Coach, with your team finishing the game so strong today, was that a sign you think of your kids maturing a little bit?
I hope so, but it's also a sign we're home, right? And I think we're going to have a little bit of time as we play this schedule to see if that's real maturity or not. It's definitely a step. Pre-game, definitely a step, right, in the way that they were in that. They practiced very well the last couple of days. So it's so hard to go in there with that us against the world mentality that you've got to have on any road game, but you have to have it. But it can't be these couple over here, these couple over there, and it's not like we're there. We just don't have a group of guys yet that understand how to rally each other. And that's where they're all in new roles, I would think here. You know, you have J.J. Frazier sitting over there. He was that guy. Yante Maton was that guy. Now these guys got to be those guys. And it's not only the performance they have on the floor, it's the way they help their team get ready. And I've always said this, leadership is great, but anybody that makes that, when you look out there, that the team feels more comfortable and safer because they're out there, that's the difference making. And we got to develop that yet. We got to develop that. And where they know the consistency of guys, the toughness of guys, the leadership and the talk of guys is going to come out, and they feel better because they're out there.
So I think you guys were third to last in the SEC in three-point shooting, but you know, when they made a run right behind you there, you guys got in a roll and really hit a lot tonight. How important is that for what you're doing here to be?
How important it is, I'm not even looking at the SEC stats right now to even know that, right? Like it doesn't, I know what we were a year ago, right, with those numbers, and I know that's not going to win. So we just got to keep, there's nothing we do more than shoot. And we had to break it down, right, when you look at each day if you took them. And then we do a lot of other things, but there's nothing we do more than shoot. They're going to continue to get confidence. And the last thing they need from me, now we got to get good ones, and we've got to get good time and score ones, and it's usually going to come because the ball has hit the paint or been reversed, right? So we're building it that way. That's as we build this program, I mean, we're going to average a lot more threes. It's not all there yet, but it'll continue to come, and the only way that comes is if they have the confidence to knock them down.
Turtle had 2 threes in that run. What's been going on with him, and how important can he be if this is something that gets...
Well, we want him to move without the ball more. I mean, he certainly can make it happen with it. But like even at the end of the half, we draw the timeout. We want to get the ball to the middle of the floor, right? Like get it inbounded. We're ready for man or zone. We've got Nick in the middle of the floor. He's got a chance for a couple of dribbles and a shot or a pass. And what happens sometimes is Turtle just gets that ball going, and he's got his head down, and he doesn't see the court. So one thing we're trying to do is make sure, like Tyree, we're putting him in different places. They did a good job defending him early in some of the actions that we were running, but he got loose, right? And when the ball is moving, it's being penetrated, you're playing out of the corners, not just the wings, but playing out of the corners. All of a sudden that ball gets passed, and there you are standing feeling good about the shot. And that's what we need from him. We need him to make threes, and we need him to step into it, knock it down, not always look to put it on the floor. We've still got guys that are looking, that are passing up good threes to try to drive it and create something for themselves or for others, when we just need to step up there and take the three. And there were a couple times tonight that he hit those because that's what he did.
Coach, you come out of halftime with a 1-point lead and extended to 6 or 7, I think, right in the first few minutes there. You know, what allowed that to happen tonight when maybe at other points this season it happened?
No, I don't know. I mean, every night's different. Every night's different, right? I mean, I think it helped that Ray made his first shot, and it was a 3. So it's just, we never lost that lead, I don't believe, did we? I don't remember. But I thought what happened is we came down and we got some good defensive stops. That was good. We stayed true to the game plan. That was a huge part of the halftime talk. Let's stay with the game plan, stay with the game plan. And Saban Lee creates so many things for them right now. He's doing such a fantastic job with that team. Considering they took as good a point guard as there is in the country out of his lineup with the injury and Darius Garland, for the freshman class, I should say. And what he's doing with Saban Lee is tremendous. And because our whole game plan started with how do we defend him and keep him from creating too much havoc in the paint, because he's so good at it. Because when you get in there, you can kind of create that havoc, then you're spraying the ball to everybody else, and that's where they get their threes. So it was really, here's probably the best answer I have to your question. We stayed true to making sure we were locked into the defense, and all of a sudden, things start to happen offensively when you're doing that. And that's the maturity we've got to have moving forward, not worrying about our offense.
Any more questions?
All right, thank you. See you later. Thank you.